Right, J-Spotters, so we're back down. It's the next day. We've come to finish the painting of the Lexus and the engine bay. You cheeky little hammers here, constantly playing with me. Let's stop it! I'm dealing with today, biting my ankles. Let's stop it. That was on my arm. Stop. We'll play later, but stop going for my arms. It's going to take me ages to paint today. Stop biting my hand. Stop it. So, I need to finish painting this. This is what I'm dealing with. I need to finish painting this with the black and then do the paint splotches. Can you stop it, please? Time for the paint drips. Let's go. All right, I just finished wiping down all of the overspray now that the paint's dried, and it looks a lot more shinier. Now it's the moment to do the interior splatters. Everything is painted black, except right down in the back of the parcel shelf. I couldn't get the can to fit, and I painted a little bit of the window, so I'm gonna have to get some acetone and get rid of that. But it's paint splatter time. The doors finished with the paint splatters, the back seats and the other side. I got it everywhere. It's all over the roof liner, it's all over the back window, this window, but that's nothing that a little bit of acetone or thinner can't fix. It's time to do the turquoise, but I'm going to start in the boot first so that the doors and back seats can dry. And that's the boot done. Once the turquoise is added, it really comes to life. It looks so cool in here. All right, now it's time for the turquoise color, and it's gonna come to life like it is in the back there. I'm not gonna film this because I filmed it in the rat trap. It's a little bit boring. I've already put some of this painting process in the video, so I'm just gonna get to it because I do not have time. People, so that's the turquoise added to the purple and the black. It's looking great. I'm inside Christo's garage at the moment, but we're gonna go outside and do the engine bay. Christo will kill me if I paint the engine bay in the garage. I've got paint all over my face, so imagine how far the splatters will go in the garage. No. So finished the caps of all of the oil things, power steering, brake, and engine. And we also did the heat shields for the manifold. Now the black paint is heat resistant. The purple and the turquoise isn't. We'll see what's gonna happen once the engine starts getting hot. Maybe they'll turn white. Maybe they'll look cooler than what they look like now. Alrighty, that's the engine bay finished. The only thing that needs to go in here is an air filter. We've done the radiator shroud. We've clear coated everything in the engine bay. There are some white parts from the clear coat, but I couldn't care less. We've done that, the two tops of those, and the heat shields for the manifold. The car is looking pretty sick. The other thing that should have dried by now is the front grille. Yeah, look at that. That looks sick. Once the car is completely painted, all of these details will stand out like crazy. There you go, that's the grille on the car now, and the engine bay is completely finished with the painting. Right, so now it's time to change the suspension on the Lexus 1 from Lexus 2. We're going to remove these yellow speeding rod suspension, I think it is, or yellow springs or whatever it is. Vlad's here to help. And yeah, we have our work cut out for us. People, so Vlad's just left. We managed to take the suspension out. My phone ran out of battery. Now I'm going to give them a quick wash just to make sure they're not leaking. And then they're going to fit on the Lexus, which is inside the garage. Mr. Hibis has given me his power tool, and he told me be careful when you use it because it's quite powerful. And he's not bloody joking. Look at this. It turns my whole arm. And I couldn't get these off. I was going to go get a breaker bar. Power! Stock suspension is out. Basically, it's a 19 bolt underneath. It's a good idea to take off the stabilizer, which is a 12. And then you've got two 12s here. And then inside the car, you have 3 14s at the top that need to come out as well. And then they pop right out. But you do have to step on here and push this down, bounce on it a few times until you pull it out. While the suspension is soaking up all of this degreaser, I'm going to sort out these GK Tex spacers I got that will change the 5 lug into a 4 lug so I can use all of my Sylvia wheels. Now what do I need to do? I need to take out, there's 217 bolts back here that need to come off. The caliper comes out and then the disc should slot off. So that's the 217s out. I've taken the caliper off and it's resting there so we don't stress out the brake line. And now this, oh, I was gonna say I needed 2 hands, but it slid right off. And now, basically, here are the beautiful GK Tex spacers that I got. Now, this does not go on here like this. That goes on, this goes on first and then the spacers go on, but I'm just seeing which stud I need to knock out and replace it with this extended stud that GK Tex sends. So this will be like this here in the place of this one there. Then we'll fit that back on. The spacer will slide on. We'll lock in all of the nuts that they provide you, these ones here, including this there. And then we'll put on the S13 rims. All right, so that's the suspension washed. Came out really nice and clean, to be honest. But first I need to figure out how to get these spacers on. I think I need to take apart all of this thing, which really sucks. I thought they would fit much easier than this. Got this kit from GK Tech, but it's obviously for an S13 and I'm putting it on a Lexus, so we're modifying it with the angle grinder. So what did I have to do? I had to just cut a little bit of the end of this bolt off, the extended one, so that I could pass it through the back here. And now we're gonna put everything back together. And I've also put in the suspension and I'm about to tighten everything, and then I need to do the same thing on the other side. But on this side, I took out the babuzza, the brake shoe. On the other side, I'm not going to have to do that because I'm just going to cut the bolt just a little bit, like 2-3 millimeters to get it inside. All right, that's it done. I had to cut these off just a little bit so that it's flush with the spacer. On this side, we've got the rim on. But as I said to you guys before, I need to tighten the rim to the actual car, and GK Tech provide this tool, which is very narrow for you to tighten it, but this tool is a 17 and these new ones that I got are 19s. Why are these 19s? Because the GK Tech is for an S13. So the bolts they give you, which are these but black, they're for 125 thread. And because I'm putting this kit on a Lexus, I need bolts with 150 thread. So I'm going to have to order these on Monday with a 17-inch size so that I can, not 17-inch, but a 17 size to get it on the car. Right, J-Spotters, so that's the S13 wheels on the Lexus. We now have 4 stud on a 5 stud car. But unfortunately, we're not going to make it on Sunday to the drift day. I bit off far more than I can chew. I thought I could be able to finish the car.
The next day,
we've got the mount. Let's go to KK and get this welded. See what KK Machining's done on the seat mount. My phone died on the day that we were filming, but he sanded down the welds that he did here and made them look really nice. I just need to give them a lick of paint, but they're 13 bolts just screws in to the threads that KK put on the metal. So we've got a really nice and sturdy seat mount for the Lexus. So that's the seat mount finished. Mounted everything up, tightened them. We're going to do a test fit, and then I'm going to come back and just put some spacers right here because the side of the mount is hitting my chair and I can't move it forward or backwards. All right, so I've put my helmet on to see how much headspace I have now that I've fitted the seat, and I am hitting this thing here, so I'm going to take this out because it's gripping on the top of my helmet since it's rubber. But it's really good. I like the seating position. I'm a little bit close to the steering wheel, but I can always move it up or down. But I like being able to see over the bonnet so that I can see how close I'm getting on people's doors. So that's the seat mounted. I've screwed in everything. Everything's tight, perfect height. I've removed this handle from here as well because it was banging on my helmet, and now it's time to take the steering wheel off. There's a couple of T27s in there. Gonna take those out, pop this off, take the main nut off, and check if one of these boss kits fit. Big thank you to Banayodis for sending me 2 different hubs to try. This one seems to be perfect. It's sat on the car way better than the other one. Just placing it in now and screwing it down to the boss kit. A huge thank you to the J-Spotter. You know who you are. He's told me not to mention his name, so thank you for the brand new steering wheel, and thank you for the handbrake that's not here. It's on the roof of the car, but I'm about to fit that too. It's one of the coolest presents I've ever had from a subscriber.
The next day.
Right, people, so we're down at CH Loizu Garage and we're taking the diff off. We've taken off all of these bolts here, smacked it with a hammer for them to separate because it's a bit rusty under here. Taken the oil out, and now we're about to lower down the diff and go and weld it. Also just gone to Mario's and picked up my exhaust, or basically the manifold. And we took off the cats and put these pipes here. Took off the bolts here to put new ones, kept the oxygen sensors on so that we don't have any errors in the ECU. And then on this one, the screws here, I've made a sort of like a 90-degree thing that goes down to the asphalt so that we don't shoot any fireballs underneath the car towards the fuel tank. So that's the diff off the car. Christo's taken off the back plate, and I'm gonna go wash it in here so that we can weld these things here together on this side and the same on the other side. All right, so I'm gonna use this degreaser, which is really good for oil. And I'm just gonna spray a bit inside the diff and then get the pressure washer and just clean it and get all that oil. Just clean it and get all that oil out of there so that we can weld in here without making a huge fire. So that's the dish cleaned and washed. And I sprayed loads of air in there so it's dry. Hopefully it comes up to his standard. And on the magnet, I wiped off all of the little shards of metal that were there. There weren't that many, but there was a bit. All right, so I've got these metal plates that will be welded into this little gap right here. And I'm just cutting them now with the angle grinder. So I have started to weld the diff. Right, so that's the weld cooling down, and that's stuck in. I'd spin it, but it's leaning against that bit. So we wait for that to cool down. I'm gonna clean out all of the bits of weld that pop here and there. Wash it, put new oil, close it up. It's washed and ready to go in the car, and oil inside. We just need to place it there. You haven't seen Christo in this video that much because he's been very busy. You see what I mean? Right, so that's the diff in, welded and done. And the exhaust is in, and look at that, it looks so cool. For the car, what's left to do is we're just changing out oils for the engine, gearbox, diff, and power steering. We're putting antifreeze in the radiator. We've sorted that out with a new bolt, and now it moves 100%. New oil in the gearbox. New oil in the diff. Next week, we're gonna paint the car, so that's gonna be an extra cool episode. I can't wait to get this car painted. J-Spot colors. It's gonna be completely different than the Rat Trap. The time has come to start this car up. Oh yeah, I love the exhaust noise. That's reverse. Let's go!